welcome back to my channel. SashaJay here, and we actually have Bruce, which is featuring in the video because, you know, he is my little shadow and he follows me everywhere. And if you hear him snoring, that's just because he is a very heavy sleeper. But anyways, I'm very excited. As you guys know, I am pregnant and I can finally film this video, which is going to be the 20-week pregnancy update video. So I'm very excited. According to my baby app that I use, he is 20 weeks as of yesterday, which is Saturday, and he is a small cantaloupe, so that's adorable. In a way, kind of weird that you're kind of comparing your baby to fruit, but at least it gives you a visual aid of what your baby looks like inside your tummy, so I think that's pretty cool. Anyway, I'm just going to go over some basic topics, just as every other pregnancy update video is, and then a lot of topics that my friends are asking me about and my family, so I thought I'd just make a whole series about it. And yeah, so let's get started. So, symptoms. Since I just started my second trimester, so far so good, but my first trimester was horrible. And I mean like horrible. I was sick every day, and I literally mean every day of my pregnancy I was sick. I woke up with nausea, I went to bed with nausea, I went to work with nausea, I even threw up at work. Every day, all day, nausea. So don't believe them when they say it's a morning sickness. It's not, it's all day sickness. And for those of you who have not had any type of nausea or morning sickness during your pregnancy, consider yourself lucky, because it is the worst thing in the world. And the only thing I can compare it to is a really bad hangover that never goes away. So anything that I would try to eat, I would take a bite of a strawberry, puke it up. I would take a bite of cereal, puke it up. I would take a bite of a burrito, puke it up. And this is all stuff that I love. So it made me really sad that I couldn't really even eat anything that I liked because he was not having it. And yeah, the first trimester, it was horrible. It was just the nausea. And it was weird because when I threw up, I didn't throw up like hangover throw up. I only threw up like a little bit. I know it's probably TMI, but whatever. I only threw up a little bit. It was never ever like gushes of anything. So at least that was nice because I hate throwing up, period. So yeah, I was always just lightly throwing up. I was always nauseated. Any smell would just make me sick to my stomach. Like, even if the smell's good to other people, to me it smelled so gross. And I remember going into my break room at work so many times, and people would be warming up their food, and you know, it looked good, but then I'd smell it and I'm like, I need to get out of here because I'm gonna throw up because it smelled so bad. But that was the first trimester, so I couldn't really eat anything. I was sick all the time, and I had really bad stomach cramps. And when I told the doctor about it, I guess it's because I'm very tiny and my stomach is just stretching pretty much every day. So that's about it with the symptoms for the first trimester, just lots of nausea and lots of stomach pain. Weight gain. So since I was so sick during the first trimester, before I got pregnant, I weighed about 124. As of today, which is my second trimester, I only weigh 119 and I gained 1 pound. So, because I lost so much weight pre-pregnancy, and then first trimester, lost weight, and then because I couldn't eat anything and I was throwing up all the time, and then the second trimester hit and I just had a doctor's appointment like a week ago and I weighed 119. So I only gained about 1 pound. Everybody's weight gain is different for, you know, everybody's different body types, but for me, I guess I'm a little underweight. So now that I'm in my second trimester, I can finally start eating because I'm not as nauseous as I was. So pretty much I've been eating like a whole bunch of small meals throughout the day, and I still eat my big meals. So I'm just constantly eating like healthy stuff, of course. and just trying to get like that weight back on track. So as of weight gain, as of today, I only weigh about 119 pounds. Cravings. As far as cravings went during my first trimester, I didn't really have any weird cravings. Like I didn't send Walter out like at 2 a.m. to go get me some weird things. Like I never had a specific weird craving like that, but all I could really eat was, or actually wanted, was fruit and cereal and ice cold water. That's pretty much all I could eat or all I could stomach, and that's probably because I was so nauseous that I didn't really want to eat anything else or could eat anything else. But towards the end of my first trimester, I started to crave more like food. Like I love Mexican food, but the baby was not having it. Apparently he does not like Mexican food. So Walter would bring me a burrito and it was like so good, and I'd take one bite. I'd be craving it all day, and I'd take one bite, and then you just know that you're gonna throw it up. And then there I go running to the bathroom, throwing it up. So yeah, so as of weird cravings, didn't have any. Just wanted fruit and cereal and water, and that's all I think I really could stomach. As of now, I don't really have any cravings. I just kind of want to eat everything now that I can eat everything. So yeah, that's it for the cravings. Okay, so as far as physical changes go, obviously my breasts got bigger. I was a C, D, and now I'm getting into more of a D cup. So I heard your breasts grow about a cup size or two bigger. I don't know when they stopped growing. I didn't really actually look into that, but they're still growing. I feel it because they're itchy, and obviously that's how you know they're growing. Anything else besides my breasts? Obviously my stomach is growing in size, like non-stop. I feel like every day it gets bigger, and even if it's a hair bigger, it's like I notice that it's bigger. And oh, side note, something else that I forgot to mention, the symptoms. I'm having really bad shortness of breath, as you can tell. Anytime that like I talk a lot like this, or like I get excited, I have to keep taking deep breaths because my shortness of breath is really like really bad. And another thing is I have asthma. So asthma, along with him pushing everything up on my lungs, I'm like kind of having a hard time breathing. So usually I try not to talk a lot or talk fast because then I can't breathe. But that's another symptom I've had. But back to the physical changes, my stomach is growing non-stop. I have no stretch marks so far, which I'm really surprised about because I started out with a flat tummy. Like I did work out, I had abs, not deep abs, but I had abs. And so for it being as big as it is now, I'm really surprised I don't have any stretch marks yet. And I don't have that linea negra either. So the only cream I have been using is this Burt's Bees Mama Bee Belly. And I apply it after every shower, and I apply it in between whenever I feel itchy. It's pretty much when I just apply it all over my tummy, or sometimes I'll get like little red bumps on my tummy and I'll just apply it there and then it goes away. So my stomach hasn't really been itchy like within the last 3 weeks, but since day one of being pregnant till like up to now, it's been super itchy. It's been really hard to not scratch. At night, I notice when I'm asleep, I'll feel myself scratching, like maybe during the first 2 or 3 months, and then I notice like Walter will roll over and like hit my hand or like pull my hand off of it, like so that way I stop scratching. But yeah, that's the only thing I've been using, and I haven't had any stretch marks. So doctor appointments, so far since I've been pregnant, we've only had 2 doctor's appointments, which is good. It's about the normal. The first doctor appointment is to make sure that you are pregnant, what your estimated due date is, which they go off your last menstrual cycle period, first day, something like that. And Our estimated due date is May 19th, but that might change on our upcoming prenatal appointment, which is the 20-week anatomy scan. And what that is they measure each of the baby's limbs and they look into the baby internally, like at organs and the heart, everything, to make sure that baby is healthy, baby is on track with growing, and your estimated due date can change depending on that. So we'll figure it out on our appointment, which is on January 10th. So we'll know that day, but as for now, our estimated due date is May 19th. And if you don't know what a OB office looks like, or if you're curious, I'll insert a picture now. And it's very nice. This one I go to, I got lucky. I got a very good office and their staff is amazing. My OB is amazing. The office is very clean. It's awesome. It's amazing. I really, really like that office. But other than that, that's pretty much the 20-week pregnancy update. So I guess I'll show you guys the belly now. So this is what he is for 20 weeks. I notice, like, I work in retail and a lot of customers are noticing that I'm pregnant now, and a lot of them are already saying it's a boy because they can tell by the way I'm carrying. I don't know what that means. I can't tell. Obviously, I've never been pregnant before. But yeah, it looks big to me. And then this is what it looks like. So no stretch marks so far, which I'm surprised about, or no linea negra. So he's gonna be a big boy. And like I said, this is 20 weeks, so I can only imagine when I get bigger. But thanks for watching, and if you're interested in daily vlogs or anything like that, don't forget to check out our other channel, which is SashaJay, where me and Walter vlog on the weekly or every other week, but we are trying to get more vlogs out. So if you're interested in that, go check that channel out and go ahead and subscribe. And if you haven't subscribed here yet, please do, and follow me along my pregnancy journey. And thanks for watching. See you guys later.